Fired up and ready to roll, everybody.
I cannot wait for this podcast.
Oh, my God. What a day. What a morning.
I am a genius. I am an attorney at fact.
And I am a supportive,
you
amazing
were terrible this morning, and we'll get into it.
Wait. Oh,
What?
Hold on.
What?
Theme song.
Bethany
And Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking.
What a morning we had today.
Wow, chock full. You know what? I specifically made sure that, they don't even know what we're talking about.
Did we? Okay. First of all, what's up, Nuts?
What's up?
Thanks
we're just
for
so excited. We're fired up.
Thanks for turning in. Thanks for turning in with us.
And turning it up so they can hear us.
A couple of nuts talking, the podcast.
Okay, boring. All right.
Be sure to follow us on ACON Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Please review, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Just take the link and send it to 5 people.
I think
it's starting to work.
I think we said our numbers are going up, which is cool. I think, though, we said we weren't going to do any more episodes if we didn't get any new reviews, and we didn't get any new reviews.
We said, no. First of all, we said in however many, they haven't even heard that episode yet, babe.
No, they haven't.
So
but they're going to hear that one after they hear this one.
But that's why we said we gave it like 3 months.
Wait, no. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it.
They don't even know what you're talking about.
Fuck it.
Okay, just stop, because that's annoying for new people.
So, fuck it. This is Agent Doty from the future. So, I think we talked about Bethany getting a speeding ticket and driving crazy recklessly on the freeway a few episodes.
0 of those things happened.
Well, she definitely got a speeding ticket.
I got a speeding ticket. But
did we talk about that? Damn it. Shit.
I told you that we should have had a ledger that says what every episode's about, but you don't listen to me.
Just give a quick recap.
Okay. So we were driving to the casino, and we were going to go see someone. It was someone good. It was a good thing that was happening because we were very excited to go.
We were going to the casino.
Right. But I think it was to also see somebody, wasn't it? A concert?
Nope. Just your regular old trip to the casino for us.
So we weren't even going to stay there? Stay overnight?
Nope. Just doing a day trip.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. But I had my pink sweater on. That's why it made me think of the one show we went to when I had my pink sweater on.
You were just real excited.
Yeah. So, we were talking about stuff too that got us excited. But I was driving. I was in the HOV lane. There was a guy in front of me in the HOV lane. We were just gliding along with flow of traffic. I mean, yes, going faster than the speed limit, but everybody does. It was literally with flow of traffic of the HOV lane. We came up to, because there was a car in front of that car that was driving about 45 miles an hour with his
elderly gentleman and probably his wife in the car. They're in the carpool lane going about 45 miles per hour with the hazard lights on.
Yeah, and they were car hoarders, so their whole car was full of stuff.
They had a bunch of shit.
But anyway, so the car in front of me, I'm not even noticing the car.
Maybe they just robbed the place, and that's why they had a bunch of stuff.
Okay, I think they would be driving faster. But so the car in front of me.
That might have been fast.
Stop interrupting me.
That might have been fast.
Just stop. Okay, so you'll understand why I'm talking to him like this soon. So
this is my life,
just
everybody.
stop. Let me just, God, seriously, Sean, can I just get through this? So we're on the HOV.
On recording now.
This is what I'm talking about.
At least it's on
you know what?
Now.
Remember this, you guys, because this is going to equate to my morning this morning, and now you'll totally understand. So I'm in the HOV lane. There's a car in front of me. There's a car that's going slower that when we got up to, I didn't even know was there. The guy in front of me obviously went out of the double lanes, the double yellow lines to go around him. And then when I saw that guy, I slowed down and followed suit, just following this guy. Then we both went right back around him.
It was a wide open highway. Life is a highway. Wide open.
Yeah, it was a very light traffic. Wasn't it pretty early in the morning? It was like 9 or 10.
10-ish.
Yeah. And so I went back into the double lanes to just get in front of him and go back. I did speed up because we were going about 45 miles an hour. So I sped back up just to merge with the rest of flow of traffic. And by the way, the car in front of me that I followed sped off. He was pissed. I don't know if he was pissed, but he obviously didn't like that he had to slow down and change lanes, and he just went away. And then I get a cop behind me pulling me over. And when I get pulled over, he says I was driving recklessly. I changed lanes. I could have killed remember how many times he told me I could have killed somebody? I could have killed someone on a
Oh
motorcycle.
yeah, this
Like,
guy was
it was
being.
so stupid.
You know how they do when they pull you over, and then they make it seem like they're doing you a favor, like, oh, I'm not gonna mark you down for this, this, and this, but you could have killed somebody. People die, right? And then they say that right after they're saying shit, like you're going around the curve, right? And then you could have killed someone, right?
Right. They want you to
What?
say yes because they're recording you.
And you
They
said
want you
no
to
the whole
agree.
time. I wish I
said
recorded.
No.
it.
Just so because I was solid when he pulled us over too, and I was saying things like, "No, oh, you were driving right." No, I wasn't.
I wasn't going that fast.
I wasn't going that
didn't
fast.
happen.
And then he was like, "And then you did that." I was like, "No, here's what happened."
I followed the car in front of me because there was a hazard in the carpool lane, so I went around it.
Right. And I go, that's actually being more safe. An accident could have happened if I didn't change lanes because I was going the speed limit and the guy in front of me was going 45. So actually, you should have pulled over the guy going 45 on a highway of 65, 70 miles per hour. Neither here nor there.
So fast track going to all the stuff that you did to, deal with this ticket.
Right. So blah, blah, blah. I did do mostly everything right at the stop. There were two things I didn't do. I didn't sign my name. Well, that whole thing was great
You put
too.
pen to paper, though, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't oh no, I signed it, but first of all, I just made a line. I just drew a line. But I was supposed to write all rights reserved, but I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't have it all in my head. Or you could write without prejudice, I believe, as well. I didn't do that. I actually just made a line, so it wasn't even my signature. But anyways, then you have to show up in court to, what is that called? Like, you're just showing up to find out what date your trial is or whatnot. I don't know.
Find out what, your options are. Either you're going to pay this amount and you're going to do traffic school, or you can take it to trial.
Right. And so I went up there, and he was also, it's the same judge that I had today.
Yeah.
But he was a little dick monkey.
We got a recording it today, so we're going to play it so you can hear his tone.
I
You
was
should get your phone.
pissed. I was pissed that last time we didn't get a recording of it because he was really, really an ass monkey to me. Worse even than this at all, because we didn't even talk that much this time. We talked more last time. But before I got to this first, whatever it's called when you find out about your trial, is I sent in a motion to discovery, which is you send that in, they have to send back all evidence they have against you so that you can properly prepare for your case.
Yeah.
I sent that in. So it happened April 12th. I sent that in, I think, 9 days
And
later.
they have a certain amount of time to send it back to you. This is the law.
They actually have less than 3 weeks. And
You didn't even bring that up today.
no, not today, but I brought it up when I first went before trial, when I was just finding out when my trial was, because that should have been a motion to dismiss right there.
Yeah.
But so I sent it in. It happened April 12th. I sent it in end of April, sometime in April. They have 3 weeks to, I think it's 2 weeks. Sorry, it's 2 weeks. But you can give up to 30 days. 30 days is max. And I sent it in April. I got the certified mail back that they received it, had everything they needed.
So they got it, and where the signature is, where someone signs for it, when it gets to wherever it needs to get to, it was like scratched off.
Which doesn't matter. I mean, it's got nothing to do with me. They do that.
So someone signed it and then fucking scratched their name off.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple other ones with just like lines and weird, like nobody wanted their
Squiggles and-
name attached to it.
Because what you do is you send it not only to the officer, so you send it to CHP, but I also sent it to your DA, which here is Gascon, and then I sent it to the court as well. So
Did he keep those papers, or did they give them
No,
back
they
to
gave
you?
them back.
Okay.
So I sent it out to have certified mail, so I was for sure that they receive them. They must sign, and then I get something in the mail back that says, yep, they got it, they read it, done. Which is exactly why you sent it certified mail. And you have to do that part, you guys. So anyways, I sent out this motion for discovery. Now, when I went in, it was over a month. I mean, I went in June. And May 30th is when I finally got the certified mail back. So they had kept this thing for a very long time.
I think you say you went into court. I think our first court date was in July.
Or July. Sorry,
Yeah.
not June. Okay, so great. So it had been, what is that, 3 months?
I'm going along being supportive. I'm there. I'm showing up. I'm
You're
doing all this stuff
nil.
with her.
He literally
want
said,
that
I
to
want
be-
nothing to do with court.
I want that to be known. I mean, you already
you
know
want it
that.
to be known, but it's not true. It's
Everybody
not a fact.
already knows that, hun, and
That
you
you're
know it more than
lying?
anybody.
Yes. Whenever he makes this voice, do you hear this voice? 'Cause
I
now
was just there, a rock, a
I
solid
really want you to
rock,
hear this intonation
a
that he
port
has.
in this storm. Your boy was
Okay,
there.
this is
Continue.
Completely irrelevant. Unhonor. Okay, to you.
Unhonor?
Instead of calling you your honor, it's unhonor.
An honor.
So I sent all this stuff out. Now it's been 3 months. He still hasn't given me any motion for
Where the
discovery.
evidence,
And
Officer Ramos?
The motion I asked
That's
for.
his name.
Yes. I don't. Okay.
Who cares?
Motion for discovery was, I want to know the car. I want to know, if he had radar. I want to know if he had video.
Did
I
you
wanted to know.
Did you recap on? He said he calibrated the speed.
Oh, right.
So he didn't have a gun, a speed gun, radar gun. He didn't have
LiDAR.
video footage. I don't even know if he turned his body cam on when he came up and talked to us. But he said that his car was calibrated. So that means like it goes the speed. It's like every car
Like
is
every
fucking
car is
calibrated for the
calibrated.
speeds. So like, what the fuck are you talking to? He's trying to
Right.
say all this jargon.
Right. So anyways, I asked for everything.
And obviously you're going to have to speed up to catch up to us because we're ahead of you.
Right.
Get
That-
the fuck
exactly.
out of here, man.
Okay.
Woo! Give me a high five.
And then you're going to be quiet. Okay. So I sent that. I received nothing back in way of doing this. Now, when I went for the trial in July to get the info for the trial, the cop or the judge said, I see that you have a motion for discovery. And I said, yeah, the cop still hasn't sent me anything. And he goes, well, he definitely doesn't have enough time. I was like, it's been more than a month. It's been several months.
Yeah.
And your statute is 2 weeks to a month. And by the way, I don't know what California is, but it's 2 weeks to a month, depending what state you're in.
Right.
I didn't look up California, but either way,
And then the judge,
we're over.
remember the judge was like, yeah, all these codes and laws and all these,
Right.
those
I
are all
had-
there. But it's like,
He
yeah,
had
those are
no
all there because
idea.
they matter, man. Like, what are you
Right.
just saying, like brushing them off like they're nothing?
So I looked up the California penal codes for traffic and for speeding, and there were only 2 in there. And I added them, of course, because that's what the issue was. It was this traffic infraction that I was being accused of, and here's the penal code that it falls under, so that he's understood when he reads this what I'm trying to apply here.
Right.
Like, and then for him to read it and go, well, there's a lot of code. Yeah, hey, judge, you're supposed to know what the codes are.
Yeah, you are, Judge, and keep this in mind. Your boy was sitting in that courtroom
Okay,
being supportive,
stop.
supporting you the entire time from the chairs. Was I not there? Was
No,
I not
you were
there?
there, and you know what? That day too, you were a fucking animal.
Oh, I was a
You were
monster that day.
awful
I
to me.
hated it.
Awful.
I hate anything
Okay,
when it
it's
comes
not about
to
you right now. It's not about you, okay?
I hate it.
So this day, I'm standing in front of him, and he says to me, well, he's got more time than that. In fact, you should send him another one.
Yeah, he literally said that.
That I descended again to this guy, okay? And I
Damn.
said, I go, Your Honor, I would really like to do a motion to get a motion for dismissal. And I had already sent that into the court to Gascon and to the officer as well.
Fucking Gascon.
Now, here's the thing that I totally forgot, which I could have brought into court as well. Oh my God. I have so many things against this court. Okay. So I sent a motion to dismiss, and I never received back from the court. You sent it to the judge. I never received back my certified mail that they got it. Now, on record from the USPS, it says that they did get it, and they got it weeks after I sent it. I mean, they got it right away, weeks before I went to this pretrial, let's call it, because I don't know what else to call it, pretrial. So when I got there, I said, do you have the motion for dismissal?
Right.
And they said, no, we never got it. We don't have it. I go, well, I have certified mail that says you do.
Yeah.
And he said, well, we don't have it. And I went home that day. Now I'm just flash forwarding a little bit, but I went home that day. That's when we went to the post office and found out they had received it and they did have it. In other words, that's an
Well,
also
we received when we got home in the mail
That
was
day.
that fucking day we got the receipt that they received it.
Right,
in the mail.
which means they definitely had it, because if we already got the return receipt through the mail,
It took
they
a few
definitely
days to
had
get
it.
back to us. Yeah.
And somebody signed for it.
Yeah.
So that was a lie, or they misplaced it. But either way, that's of, I don't know what you would say, contempt of the court, because it's their fault. All right, but whatever, neither here nor there. I was already back home, but that was something I was going to bring to the court, which I completely forgot about.
Yeah.
I knew I should have wrote it down. Okay, but now we're back to this pretrial, and he's talking to me so condescending, and at times will yell at me, like,
Yeah. You'll hear. We
reprimand me.
recorded
Well, no,
today,
that's
so I
today's.
know, but you're going to hear how he talks.
But I feel like he was way worse last time, because I had less practice. It was my first time there.
He was.
And
Yeah.
so anyways, he was like,
He was a real
I cannot do your motion to dismiss because we received nothing. That's
Yeah.
what he said. He goes, so you will be going to trial,
Yeah.
or you will be saying you're guilty and be paying for the ticket and go to traffic court. I was like, no, I'm going to have a trial. And then he said, are you waiving your rights to have a quick and speedy trial? Now, guys,
We didn't know. We didn't
you
think.
want to say, no, I'm not waiving. You never waive your rights
Not
of
waiving
anything.
your any rights ever.
Anytime anyone says that, you say no. They're making it and presenting it to you like it's a gift from them. Just like Officer Ramos said, I'm not going to say you crossed the double lines.
I think by speedy trials would happen today. So he
No,
would
it
have had to,
would've.
I feel like, right
Yes.
now, we're doing
and
the trial.
I already had the discovery done.
Yeah.
I should have said yes.
Yeah.
I should have said yes, you guys. But it would have been in 45 days, but they would have, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
I-
they had that.
But I didn't. And you know what? Everything happens for a reason, because it all ends up beautiful. So I get yelled at because I say no to wanting my rights waived. And he said, well, if you do that, you can't, and I was like,
Yeah.
so again, it was all very fast. It was the
It's
first time I
also-
experienced it. I said yes. Remember,
It's
I
also
conceded.
theatrical. The way
Yes.
they raise their voices, they try to intimidate you just to take the easy way out. They say, all you got, if you just say no contest now, you just
Mhm.
got to go out there, pay your fee, and then it's done. And then, they want you
Even-
to sign it away. Sign your fucking life away and pay them. Even
But
more.
Even the words no contest. Do you know what means the exact same thing as guilty?
They say that. He's
But
like,
do you
so
know why?
essentially it's guilty, but you're saying no contest. He said that today
But do
in
you
court.
know why? Because it makes someone who thinks they're not guilty just say it to get out of it.
Right.
But what people don't understand is you're literally saying you're guilty, and
saying
you're going to get
guilty.
all the same things that were going to happen to you before. You're going to get 'em.
Because 99 point.
By the way, I
I'm
want to say neither of us are lawyers. This is all for
No,
entertainment
all for entertainment
purposes.
But
We're responsible for nothing if
yeah,
you decide to do this.
99% of people just want to be done with it. We
Yes.
even got to that point. Even after this had happened, Bethany was just like, I'm just going to fucking pay it. Like, I can't do this because she was very stressed out about it. So much
It
so,
was so much work, you guys. Like,
she's grinding her
it's
teeth at night.
basically learning an entire new language.
Yeah.
On
It's-
purpose, they do that.
But it got to a point where it was too late because we'd set the court date. So we couldn't just pay it and be done with it. We had to continue to go through with it
Yeah.
all.
So, which is all good. I'm so glad
Oh,
everything
yeah.
happened
No,
the way it did.
it was
But
stressful.
anyways.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
It was stressful for me too, honey. I want to say that the support
This
that
is
I
gross.
can I
It's disturbing and gross for
please,
me.
Please hold on, and then I'm going to be done with it all, and I won't. No,
I don't believe you.
yeah, me neither. But I was stressed out myself, and there were nights where I would lay
Why?
up
Why were you stressed?
because you were stressed, honey. You're my
Wow.
wife, and I love you so much. Okay, continue.
Oh, that made me choke on my spit.
Come here, Puss
Stop.
is going crazy.
Every
right
time
now.
you laugh, you scare our baby.
She's so cute.
Little demons come out of you. All right, so
The power of
Please
Christ
stop.
compels
please
you.
stop though, because I'm just trying to tell a story and it's a lot, and I want to get it out. please.
Episode's done, hon. We're gonna have to
No.
just kidding.
So he says he reprimands me and he does this thing and he's like, you have to do this stuff. Like, he says it like that. So I went, okay, yes. Like, I switched because here's this guy telling you, no, you have to do it. Well, why did you give me a choice? If I have a choice, give me the choice. But
Right.
when I take the choice, you're going to yell at me and say I have to do it the other way, which worked because I did it. And after, when I went home and I found out what it was, I was like, oh my God, he made me waive all my rights
Because like
again.
I said, 99% of people just are like, okay, I'm done
Right.
with it. Like,
Right.
no contest. I'm going to pay it. Traffic school. I don't want to come here anymore.
Very intimidating, everything about it.
Judges up above you looking
Right.
down.
You know what bench means? Bank. That's all they do. They're just another banker trying to get more money from us. Okay, so fine, I say 45 days. He tells me, okay, your date's on 9/11, which I kind of cringed. I was like, oh God. But then I was like, whatever. And it's a Wednesday, which I usually have clients on Wednesday. So I said, very gently, I said, oh, can I just have it on like a Thursday or Friday? And he was like, I just said,
Yeah.
brr, brr, brr. And then he really attacked me. And I was like, okay.
You guys got to understand, your boy here was getting heated. I was ready
Oh
to go
my
up there and
God.
put fucking hands on that
Yeah,
motherfucker
right.
talking to my woman
He
that
was
way.
cowering in the corner.
I was about to go up there and say, listen, boss, you watch your fucking tone and you keep her fucking name out your fucking mouth,
Okay.
boy.
Okay. So whatever. It was 9:11, 10 a.m. and I went home. And I was like, oh, that was not okay. I was
No.
like, why is he talking to me like that? And it's just intimidation.
Yeah.
He's just trying to intimidate me. And it worked at first until I started really diving in. And I was like, I'm going to find out my rights. I know I sent this discovery and he didn't send it to me. And I even sent it again.
You did. You did
Because
another
I
one.
thought this judge is going to write it down and know and say, did you? And he didn't even remember, by
And
the
you
way.
did it, and another one.
And
I just
another
came
one.
up with that. I just
Okay.
came up with, and another one. You
So-
sent another one.
So I sent another motion for discovery and another motion to dismiss.
Yep.
And nothing happened with either of them except return certified mail, which I know they received them, which is great.
Yeah.
So I would say about early August, I started getting in my head because I did get something in return in the mail from the CHP, not the officer, from the CHP, and from Gascon, from the DA.
Yeah.
The DA said, stop sending us this.
Right.
We don't deal with traffic infractions.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. So less money of me certified because
Yeah.
I was told to do that. The other thing was sent from CHP, not my officer, and all it was a calibration date of when the
It
car...
was a chart of a car saying the mile per hours that it goes, and then it was tested. So 20 miles, it
Last
says,
year.
and then it clocked in at 20 miles.
Right.
30 miles, it clocks in at 30 miles. So saying that it's calibrated and correct, which means abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
So they didn't send me anything in form of evidence. It was a copy of the ticket, which I already had, a copy of the day of trial, which I already had, and it was his notes as well. And the notes were not correct.
No. And then it didn't even, I was in the car.
Oh, he was in the car.
and
It
they
didn't
put down
say
she was by
anyone-
herself.
Right. So lots of things that were wrong, but no evidence. Yeah, I still got sent no evidence. So anyways, but I was like, what do? I have no evidence. But they technically sent me something.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to count. Whatever. I was just getting in my head. It was stressing me out because I'm like, I'm going to go to court. I've never gone to court. And I think that has to do with like, I'm a bad person.
Right.
But most importantly, it had to do with insurance. And I was like, I am not paying more for car insurance. Like,
Right.
this is absurd.
You already got, that's a whole nother story, getting
Yeah.
swindled
We
into
got to
the
move
amount.
past that, but we'll remember that. We should write it down.
Yeah.
So I go, no, I'm not going to do it. I did look up for a little bit. I did look up how I could get out of it. Can I pay? I called
Right.
the court.
It did get to that point. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was very stressful.
And then I finally was like, it's too late because at this point it was mid-August. So I had like a week of weakness. And
you know what it was?
what? Ouch.
Too late to apologize.
No, that's nothing to do
It's
with it.
too late.
So I pulled up my
That's a
bootstraps
banger. Yeah, you did.
and I said, I'm going to start learning these words in Black Law's dictionary. And
This
I'm
girl started studying,
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. I was writing down words I could say and words I can't. And I'll give you an example. Like, you never say you're driving your car. You say you're traveling. Because if you're driving, you're under commerce.
You want to know something, friends?
What?
I'm voting for a woman this year in the election. I'm writing in Bethany Dwyer
That's
Fetterman on the ticket,
right.
sons and
Bam.
daughters.
Guess
and
what I know?
everything
I'm
in
a
betweens.
woman who can do lawyer stuff.
Let's go.
Okay, so for instance, you want to say traveling instead of driving if you ever get pulled over. You never call it a vehicle, ever. It is your automobile or car. And they will use these words because most people mime, mimic, and puppet back. So in other words, they'll say, how fast were you going in your vehicle? And you'll
Right.
say, I was in my vehicle, right? You use the same
I
words.
I want to reel you in, though, and just keep it to our court case.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to go on that whole thing.
Well, I'm just telling you what I was learning.
Right.
I just wanted to give an example.
That could be a whole nother
Okay.
episode because we still got to play the tape and
So,
we're already done.
I studied.
Yeah.
I made notes. I had my receipts. I had all my certifications of all the mailings
She had
I
a
sent
whole
out.
little folder filled with papers.
I had my motion for dismissal. I had my motion for discovery, 1A and B. I had everything. And I was like, let's go. And before we went, I looked at it, and my mom always said, you can be a lawyer. Because, yeah, I'm really good at arguing. I'm really good at picking up on things that people sometimes don't see, like when I talk about, like, the sun stuff and the moon stuff, right? Okay. So today comes. And
Well,
I told myself I was not, when I decided I'm going to go through with this case, mid-August, I said, this is going to go out of my head. I'm not going to think about it again until the day of. So the day of, I allowed myself to get nervous.
Yeah.
I allowed myself to do my last minute studying and get whatever I needed to get out.
But there's a little more. Leading
ahead.
up to it, we prayed and we fucking manifested that. Before we fell asleep at
Yep,
nighttime,
every night.
we checked in with each other and started manifesting the same thing.
Together,
Officer
we made
Ramos isn't going to show up to the court.
Right.
The case is going to be dismissed.
Yes.
Officer Ramos is not going to show up. The case will be dismissed.
And I see, here's the beauty of this, is that pre-trial was so necessary for us.
Do you sound like you're going to say pretard?
No, pre-trial. Because we could visualize the exact courtroom. I visualized his face. I visualized the judge going, case dismissed, Bethany. Like that, I visualized the whole room and Officer Ramos not being there.
All I can think about is the word pretard now.
Okay. So all of that was happening prior. The whole, just constantly praying, like, please dismiss this ticket, blah, blah, blah. Right before, so we wake up that morning. I'm in my feelings.
This morning.
Not feelings. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this morning.
Yeah.
I'm in,
I wonder
I'm
if we
in
should
my
play the
space.
audio before you don't want to.
No, I'm going to get to that.
We'll get up
point.
to the court and then we'll play the
Yes,
audio.
but let
'cause
me
I
get there,
recorded
'cause
it.
I'm still
Audio
at home.
recorded it. Yeah.
I'm still at home. So I'm prepping. I got all my stuff. Sean's like, let me see the papers that they did send you for quote unquote the discovery, even though there wasn't any.
Co-lawyer.
I hand it to him. Okay.
I'm studying. I'm doing my thing. I'm going over all the paperwork. I'm looking
Right.
over, make sure all the dots, T's, and I's, and Q's,
Okay,
and
stop.
questions, and
So I take the one paper back that has the notes because he had mentioned, he doesn't even mention me, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, you're right. So I grab that piece and I write another note to say what he messed up on because a lot of his notes were incorrect. And I slid that in my folder. And are we going to talk about the little fight we had? By fight, I just mean you being inappropriate and not listening to my boundaries.
So let this be known, folks. I wazed and you need to be to court on time. So I was looking up.
I'm going to rein this in really quick.
I was looking up what time we had to be there, and then I started to let her know, baby, you got to get ready. We have to be out the door at this time.
We already talked about that earlier. We talked about
we
it the
didn't.
night before. Yes, we did. Yes,
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways, that's what she got upset with me because I was like,
Nope.
babe, you got to get dressed. Because
Nope.
she was still in her jammies. I
Here
was
we
like,
go.
babe, you got to get dressed.
So I'm gonna really get you up to speed.
I'm going to need a motion for discovery on this, honey.
So
I need some
I'm gonna
evidence.
show you the discovery right now.
Please.
All right. So I'm out front taking my notes, and I said to him, because he's like, "All right, we got to go soon. We got to leave at this time.
Gotta
We
get ready."
And I said, Sean, I know exactly what time I have to leave. I know exactly what I need
You
to do.
didn't say that.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Sean,
Wow.
I did. I said that.
Oh, I should have recorded you.
You should
No,
have.
You didn't.
I should have.
Liar.
Because let me tell you why he doesn't remember. And now he's going to remember
I don't
why he doesn't
I
remember.
don't remember, right?
Do you know why?
Because I'm a heroin
Because
addict? Is
I
that what
to-
you're going to say?
Well, that too. But wow, that's even more evidence. Thank you for that
Jesus.
discovery. No, it's because when we were sitting on the couch and he was going through the notes, and he said to me, he goes, he didn't even put me in the car. And I said, oh, you're in the car. And if I need you, you're my witness and you're coming on with me. And
Yeah.
he lost
Oh, my God.
his
You guys, I was like,
shit.
why do I have to say anything?
Oh, look at how nice he's saying it.
I'm
No,
not
he was
go-
like, he started rocking back and forth. And he was like,
Rocking?
Yes.
It's a couch. What are you talking
honey,
about rocking?
you were so angry. You were
Like
like, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm done with the
calling
court.
me retarded
You
or
can't see
something
me.
like that.
You
How
can't see
dare
me.
you?
You can't see me,
It's
but
not
he
rocking on the couch, laying down,
Sean,
reading the papers. How am I
you
going to
were-
rock when I'm
because
laying
you were
down?
yelling at me, going back
Oh,
and forth with your hands
God.
like you love to do, and you smack yourself. So
I have done that.
yeah. So okay, all of these things you did.
Didn't do it today.
All of these these things you've done.
Zero rockings.
I am recanting my day.
I did not want to be the one up there talking to the judge.
So hold on.
And I did
Hold on. Yes or no? Did you get irate when I said you're coming up there with me if I need you?
See, now you're being like the Housewives of Orange County. No. I did get
you raise your
irritated.
voice?
I did get irritated.
Did you raise your voice?
Did not raise my voice.
Oh, you liar!
Did not raise my voice.
John,
No.
You're lying
No.
right now.
No. I said I'm not. Why do I? But then.
Okay.
And all that matters.
Just so you know, you're raising your voice now.
All that matters is that I said, okay, what do I have to say? I gave in. I fucking handed it over.
Oh
I
my
gave
God,
up.
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said, just what do I need to say? Keep it simple for me because I have a really bad memory. What
he just
do
said
I
it.
say?
He has a really bad memory. Case closed.
Okay.
Your Honor. Do I win? Yes, you win, Bethany. Again.
Anyways, the point is that I was willing to do whatever I had to do.
Oh my God. First, though, he
Doesn't matter first.
got,
The
he
end
lost.
result.
No.
It's the end result.
No. He lost his mind on me. And from then on,
Me losing my mind is so mellow and cute.
He lost all consciousness. He was in his red zone area where he doesn't know anything. He just is himself. So listen to this. So I said, I know what time I have to leave. Please stop. I'm writing because I was writing down notes. I was like, I need you
do
to
with the
stop.
court case.
Yes, it does. I was like, I need you to stop because
Actually,
I had
yeah,
all
it
these
does.
ideas
It
in my
does.
head that I wanted to just write. Bop, 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 bop. So if the judge asks, it's like, here, I've never been pulled over. Boom. He had this note. Sorry, puss. He had his notes. Boom. I had all these ideas, so I wanted to have him thorough. But what Sean loves to do is interrupt me. If you haven't noticed the story, he will constantly interrupt me. And by the way, if I ask him not to interrupt me, he will interrupt me
It wasn't
more.
about interrupting,
He will
honey. It was
interrupt
about
me
you being
more.
prepared and ready to leave when we had to leave.
And I already told you that I understand, and I didn't need to hear, but he will continually go, well, I'm just telling you because we got to go. And, if we got to leave
Here's
and
the
you're
funny
late,
part of that,
and
too.
And I'm
I'll
just like,
say that.
stop talking. Like,
I'll say that, and then I'll leave the room, and then you'll hear, yeah, gotta get ready to go, babe. I'm just trying to remember. Just trying to remind you. You'll hear
right.
me in the
It's
distance
just
saying,
constantly
"Gotta
interrupting
remind you,
me.
gotta go."
And because I love him, when he talks, I listen. But that stops my train of thinking. He does it while I'm writing my book. He does it while I'm writing a script. He does it while I'm working on anything.
You gotta pay attention to me.
And what I ask him and beg him for is to have my back on my boundaries. And if I ask him to just shush, just do it. Like, just abandon all your ideas that you think are
Look,
so
I
important,
made
which is
amends
just
for
you repeating.
I made
No, it's
amends
not.
for it.
It's just you repeating the same thing over and over and over because you're just like that.
What do
I
you mean,
wonder
no,
if
it's
that's
not. I made an amends for it. I said I
When?
was sorry. Afterwards, I said, I'm sorry I bothered you when you were in the bathroom getting ready.
I don't remember
I
that.
said, I'm sorry I did that.
Okay.
I just
So-
want you to be on time.
But we were definitely on time.
Because then when we had to
Hold on,
leave, there was
hold
a
on.
giant
Let me
tree
get
truck
there.
behind us.
Just let me get there. So we pack up all our stuff. I get to write some of the stuff. My brain's lost. I had to yell at him to tell him to stop.
She did. She yelled
because
at me.
he wouldn't stop talking to me, you guys. And this was something that was imperative for me in the moment. Like, I needed to get all this down.
Traffic ticket.
That I needed to win. You don't understand the man hours and the energy and
Oh,
the
I
time
do,
and the
honey.
money
I was
I
there
put
with
into
you.
this.
I went to the post office with you.
It
I went
was
to the court with you. I did it all.
Pure, like, I had to win. It was like I was playing the game of my life, and I had to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just saw a little Ramos face. So, okay, so
That's the officer.
we get our stuff together. We're totally on time. It's 9:27, 9:25.
Yeah.
We have to be there at 10. It takes less than 20 minutes to get there. We're set.
Yeah.
And we go outside.
Cliffhanger
We
time.
ain't going to find out what happened until next week.
Thanks for listening to part 1 of A Couple of Nuts Court Adventures.
Oh, man. Ultimate cliffhanger.
And be sure to tune in next week to get part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody? We love you guys.
Stay nutty, everybody.
Bye for now.
Kimpses.
Kimpses.
Bethany
Bethany
and Sean.
and Sean.
We are a couple of nuts. Talk